ZFarls is here with SGibs, ready for This Week in Madden NFL 12 to bring you the hottest tips and strategy in the Madden community. But it wouldn't be right if we didn't start things out with a tip. So let's hop into the game and take a look at our first mailbag question. We are going to find out some of the best zone beaters that we've had success with in this game right now, Madden NFL 12. So we'll hop into the game action and start out with a nice hot tip for you guys.
All right, so this comes from longtime MB member, Saints Go Marching In. What is the most effective zone flooding play that you guys have found in Madden 12? Keep asking zone questions. So the best way to attack zone, it's not really, I don't want to call it a play, Farls, right? It's more of a concept how you want to attack a zone. So we're going to go into the game right here. We'll show you how we're going to attack the zone. What we like to do when facing any type of cover 3 or cover 2, we like to flood the defense deep. So we're going to show that to you right here, right now.
And remember, if you have any questions, use the hashtag TWIM on Twitter, and we will get to your questions live on the show. So we're going to hop in the game and get that tip up right now.
All right, so here we are. We are in practice mode, and I'm in the single back empty formation. This is one way we can attack a cover 3. So Farls, as you can see, is in a cover 3 zone. We have 5 receivers split out wide in empty backfield. So what we're going to do here is we're going to attack the seams of a cover 3 because that's where the cover 3 is weak. If you're in a spread formation. So what we're going to do here, we actually just hot routed Danny Woodhead in the slot into a streak.
Yeah, because his defender that's lined up over him is this guy who's going to go to the flat and play a flat zone. So when the snap comes, he's going to go here, and that's going to leave Woodhead open. As you can see, this receiver Price is going to drive him back, and this seam's going to be open. This whole middle area, once the snap happens, is going to be open.
So it's a very quick throw, and you have to be ready for it. It's not a situation where you can have a late read on it, because if you do have a late read on it, the zones deep will collapse on it, and that's when you can start getting into trouble. So this is just one way we attack
our defender in the blue zone actually does a good job going out, but as you notice right here, he points. This is new to Madden NFL 12 this season. He's going to point and say, hey, safety over the top. Why don't you go help me out on him? I got to go to the flat. However, he does not arrive in time. The ball is fed in by Tom Brady with his elite accuracy. Fortunately, Woodhead hangs onto the ball despite taking a monster shot from Major right here. So this safety now has to watch potentially Gronkowski. Gronkowski over the middle is going to get picked up by the linebackers, but if he's in the seam, this guy now has the responsibility of 2 receivers, and that's going to be a completion for you all the time. So now we have to make some adjustments, hop out of our zone, and it's just going to be a hassle for the defense.
Right, and you can do that same thing. The defense, what you'll see a lot is they're going to start shading Danny Woodhead in that slot. And what you need to do is, as offense, you need to adjust and you need to make a play. I would like to attack the other seam this time. So now we go right back in the game. So this time we just switch the play up.
So what happened is now I know that these potentially been looking to head over here. So I'm going to take the safety down, and I'm going to kind of line him up a little bit.
Just shade.
Just a little bit, you know. I'm just slowly watching this area where that completion was.
And you got to sneak it in there. That's just one way. Now let's hop right into the next way we attack a zone. One of my favorite ways, and we've been talking about it for many years now, is called the 4 vertical attack. So what we do here in this situation, we send 4 routes deep at all different parts of the field. In this situation, we are attacking both sidelines and then both in the middle of the slot receivers. So a cover 3 routes deep can't cover all 4 options deep. So we just got to make a read, find the open receiver. As you can see here, Price opened up way downfield, very easily attack. And another thing to notice about a cover 4 Farls, you're going to have one-on-one matchups against those zones. So you'll have a one-on-one matchup, and you can live with that. With height, you can live with that.
Absolutely. You get that nice little catch on the outside. So that is fully broken down in our Atlanta guide. That's one of the staples, that Snugs formation. So just want to let you guys know we are out on the market right now. The official player's guide for Madden NFL 12, NCAA football, and Madden NFL 12. You can get those at all the main stores. And then the biggest other thing that came out last week is the iPad app here. We have
pretty fancy.
A very fancy iPad app. It's quite nice, I must say. So you can go in, download all your teams. It's got 5 sets for success with a 3-headed rushing attack for every team, depth chart, dynamic player performance information, ratings. It's got a sleeper for offense and defense for all 32 teams. Full video of each play broken down. So if you got an iPhone or an iPad, the app from Prima, just go to iTunes and search Madden NFL 12. It's a must. So we're going to hop into our second mailbag question. We have to keep the action going on here.
Keep it going.
You can ask your questions on Twitter, as I mentioned, with the hashtag TWIM. You can get 20% off the defensive guide from Prima Madden with the code 20OFFD. So there's a lot going on. We got people chatting in the chat. We're going to get to your questions, get to all the hottest tips, and then, of course, I personally brought in a challenger to take out SGibs on the game of the week. King
Not
Jason.
gonna happen.
We'll be bringing him out later in the show. It's going to be dynamic. I labbed with King Jason, showed him all SGibs plays. I got a couple wrinkles that I'm going to be busting out, and there's no way SGibs win this game tonight.
Absolutely winning.
Second question. Let's go. What do we have? Hasio 15. What would your depth chart be with the Buffalo Bills defense for the 4-6 winning playbook? Now, talking surprise NFL teams, if you guys are surprised by the Bills in the chat, give me a 1. If you're not surprised by the Bills in the chat, give me a 2. I mean, they took out the Raiders in a barn burner of a game.
It was a great game. I watched the end of it. It was awesome. They scored
over 35 points, I think, both games. Incredible game. So let's take a look. I think they're going to be. I think their offense is great.
I want to call him a secret weapon on the offense for the Bills. Quarterback Brad Smith, who was actually a question last week. Yep. He has 92 speed. He is an absolute weapon there. So just wrinkle him in.
He's your backup, right?
I wouldn't start him. He's not Terrell Pryor on the Raiders. He doesn't have enough throwing skills to make it happen. But he is a guy to wrinkle in the red zone, short yard situations.
And one thing I want to talk about is when you have him at the backup quarterback, if you simply are on the play calling screen, you can use the right stick to pick out the package backup quarterback. That way you don't have to go to the sub menu. Right. You can just simply quickly use the right stick to use your backup quarterback package. He'll go in the game, and you can really catch the defense off guard. So let's take a look at the rest of the team here. The offense is great. C.J. Spiller, I would start over Fred Jackson. He's just faster. Right. He's just a little bit, gives you a little extra boost of speed. And on defense, Sean Merriman, he's a guy we used to really like with the Chargers. We're going to move him over, I believe, on the line spot, because that goes best with our 46 defensive guy. The offense is potent, though. Unfortunately, they did lose Roscoe Parrish to injury, but he's still in the roster.
You'll still be able to use him.
Yeah,
so
he's 95 speed. Good squad.
I would start my CBs. I'd look at Terrence McGee, McKelvin. Then we have Justin Rogers here. That's some good top-end speed at to cover your highlight receivers on offense. But there's safeties. Aaron Williams, 87. I like to have him cover the halfback, so I put him at free safety. Strong safety, we have Drayton Florence.
I like Drayton Florence.
Got that size advantage to guard tight ends, so that's what we like there. Linebackers, we're probably going to put Merriman on defensive line.
So yeah, let's take him out. Yeah, no, he goes at defensive line.
And we're probably Burnett or maybe Moats.
Unfortunately, are they middle linebackers? Can you get them there?
No, you could use them as your main middle linebacker, though, in coverage.
Yeah, I like to go with Barnett. I do like Moats, but I think Barnett just gives you a little bit more overall talent at the position. Kelsey's a little bit of a slower guy who is better on the D-line. So my personal setup when I looked at them today was leave Dwayne Edwards on the defensive line. He's strong. The rookie Marcel Darius, move him to defensive tackle number 2.
This guy right here needs to play. He needs to see the field. 92 block shed. And the guy's got 93 strength. He is a stud. Get him on the field. Get him on the field.
Okay.
Get him on the field. He makes plays.
Passionate about his block shed.
And then I would put Darius at number 2.
Okay.
That's what I would do there. And then, like we said before, Donnie Edwards.
I like Dwayne Edwards. Yeah, I really like him. He's very strong, can really hold up the line. They don't really have any other thing else that really desires you to get them in the game. You know, even if you want to move Chris Kelsey, who used to actually play at the end position when they were not a 3-4 team, he's just not going to give that extra speed boost out of Merriman. So you have Merriman on one edge coming off, and maybe you want to blitz a little bit more from that side than you would with more of the run-stopping side of the line. So back up Merriman there with a good linebacker. Drayton Florence, love him at the safety position. 2 really good corners. A solid offense with C.J. Spiller, Brad Smith coming in the game, Fitzpatrick, Stevie Johnson.
From the chat, Zan mentioned where is Bird. We have Jerry's Bird. We have put him in our 4th spot because we want him to play up in the box like an extra linebacker. That's where we stick him there.
So we've mentioned, guys, with the 46 defensive guide on Preeminent Madden, we use the speed package on defense. That speed package makes your 4th cornerback go into the linebacker position. So he packs the box. So we like to actually move a guy with some hit power down there who's a little bit slower, and we can protect him because he's in the line of scrimmage. He's not playing as much out on the edge man-to-man. He's more covering tight ends. He's not going to get burnt really that often. So like a guy like a Ryan Clark is a guy that I like to put in the box. Yeah. And that way when we have Florence, who usually has a corner, he's back at safety. He's playing a little more man in our scheme. That's just the way we set up our defense. So these are for our guides, and I know a lot of these guys have picked these up. I know Hasio's on the forums. He's picked this up. So this is more tailored to him. Otherwise, you'd leave a lot of these guys. You'd put Moats probably at an outside backer.
Absolutely.
If you were going to keep a traditional 4-3 scheme, but we're going to get to some of that stuff later. So let's take a look at the next mailbag question. And if you have any questions, make sure to hit us up in the chat or on TWIM right now.
Mailbag. Georgia Dags, what advice would you give to effectively hit receivers consistently, and how far back would you drop the quarterback to give yourself time to pick out a pass?
So I actually played Georgia Dags, and he actually got up early on me, but unfortunately he broke the cardinal rule of
What'd he do?
MB Nation. He dropped back. He had a chance. He really could have turned it on the screws. Instead, he just dropped back, played a lot of cover 4. I was able to keep running, stayed patient, score, get back in the game, and eventually got the win. But a great game by Georgia Dags, who's a newer player. He's from overseas, and he loves his Madden NFL. So we're going to hop in the game and help him out. So this is more of a basic tip for the beginners out there. Just, the game automatically drops back for you. And let's just see, how much do we really need to do? Do we need to move the stick? Do we really? Because a lot of guys will just keep rolling back. So they're holding back. They don't know that the game already does it. And then when they get to the end of the auto drop back, they keep rolling backwards. They throw off their back foot, and they just get bad throws. Because if you're 15 yards back from the line of scrimmage when you throw, it's going to make a lot of your throws a lot harder. That'll actually use the deep accuracy rating instead of the short or medium accuracy rating.
And you really want to focus on your quarterback's strengths. So if you have a quarterback that has got good deep throw accuracy, consider having a game that you can throw a lot of balls downfield. But tend not to lead pass with a quarterback that doesn't have great throw accuracy, and that's very important. A guy like Tom Brady can lead pass. A lesser quarterback that is lower overall, don't lead pass with him. You're going to have more errant throws.
And another thing with lead passing is a lot of guys think if they want to throw left that they want to hold it all the way over on the left. It's not. It's just a little touch thing. Instead of going all the way over and you'll see a really far throw over to the side, but just do it a little bit. Just a little bit. You get the touchdown. It takes a little longer, but this is what will get you from that more basic level, because you can really fit needles into zones and really lead the receiver. You get extra yards after the catch. That's how the best quarterbacks do it in this league.
Yeah, and again, and it's all about the timing of the throw too. I think a lot of times players might not be so trigger happy in terms of how quickly they throw the ball. As soon as you see a guy open, you have to kind of anticipate him to be open. So if Farls plays zone here, again, we're just going to go back to that 4-vert type flooding here. I can't throw the ball to my receiver once he's open. I mean, he's open now. I don't want to throw it there. That's almost out of bounds.
He had to turn all the way around and wait. When he was open, you knew you're supposed to know where he's going. So you know he's cutting to the outside. You know he's going to be open.
I want to throw it now. I want to throw it there because there's no way that defender's getting there. So
instead, he waits now. This guy recovers. He's got to wait on the sideline.
It's just a tighter throw. A tighter throw. You need to anticipate where your guys are going. And again, we'll show you that. We'll show you that throw again this time. Sit back with Brady. I don't like to drop back more than about 5 yards, 8 yards every play. So throw it there. And now you see how much now I can catch it?
Still running, pick up some yards.
It's not as close to the sideline. It's not as dangerous of a throw. So just anticipate the route. Again, so a situation like this.
Go to bench switch. We can get to Falcon Cross. I want to show you the lead that's required to throw a pass upfield on the man-to-man beater cut.
Absolutely.
To X. So this is a play that's common in our ATL guide. It's the balance guide on Preeminent Madden. So this X cut here, you're just gonna see timing. You want to lead it upfield, but you don't want to lead it too much. If you throw a nice high lead pass, you'll actually see your receiver jump up and go get the ball. It's not as effective with a Welker as it might be with a Gronkowski, just because of the size differential. But
that cut.
So you want to lead that upfield.
Welker had a tough cut there.
Yeah.
Right, but so what Falls is saying here is once that receiver makes his break out of the wheel route and goes upfield, against man-to-man coverage, he'll beat that. So you have to be prepared as an offense to make that throw. So here it is again, cut here and then throw there. Yeah. As you can see, the timing, I had terrible timing that last play, and interception. So
and it's knowing when the timing is. When he gets inside position, you want to throw it then. And if you lead this pass backwards, so watch, he's going to get that inside cut. The defender. The throw's already coming out.
Show Brady when I'm throwing it. I'm throwing. I don't even think he made his cut yet when I'm throwing. I'm throwing. He hasn't made his cut yet. So that's the anticipation. You have to be ready.
And the more you can lead that, I mean, if he throws that back, Welker still might catch it, but he's going to get tackled right after. The more you can lead that out front, but you don't want to overlead it because you'll overthrow. So it's finding that happy medium inside. It's not this. You're not trying to break your controller and lead it,
smash it,
but you're just trying to give it a little touch,
a little baby touch,
and you'll learn that. And obviously, that's why I recommend that newer players don't start out with a Michael Vick. They start out with a Drew Brees, a Tom Brady, a Phillip Rivers, big targets, great accuracy. Make your life easier, and then move on to the quarterbacks whose accuracy ratings in the game are just a little bit lower and maybe can't throw those pinpoint passes every single time like a Tom Brady.
And I want to show another one here about a lead pass. This has to do with a slant route. So, for example, let's show this slant route by Ocho Cinco against man coverage. He's going to open up at the middle of the field, but if I don't anticipate that and I throw it there, there's the likelihood that bad things could happen. I caught it, but the likelihood that things bad, or you don't want to throw it in that situation. So you have to anticipate Ocho Cinco breaking before he crosses Brady's face. So I want the ball there. I'm matched up with Ocho Cinco. We're flush.
You have inside position.
Right. So there's less chance that the defender is going to be able to get in position to make a play on this ball because you can see he's completely behind. The defender's nowhere in position.
And you threw that with a little bit of a high lead, so he went up and
lead.
Got it. So he's the only player that can go get that. It's not going to get knocked down at the line. Show me just drags and how you. So obviously we talked a lot in our guide about using drags to beat man-to-man, but wait till they're getting out in front and then leading them so that they have to extend the hands and they can make the cut and get upfield.
So here's the drags again. So I throw that lead pass there. He gets outfield, and you cut upfield for an additional 3-4 yards. But again, yeah, that's the thing. You have to anticipate when guys will be open, and you want that best angle. And just to show you the angle again. So if I wait on Ocho Cinco here, if I wait on there, just see the angle. I mean, he almost caught it again, but it's the angle. The defense has a chance to make a play on the ball, and that's not what you want. You don't want that. You want to throw it there because look at the defender is completely out of position. But as the route progresses, now look at he's in position. The throw's coming from here. So now if it's a bad throw at all, pick, right? I mean, tough. So you just learn your offense, know your offensive scheme, and work all your routes.
Starting with the 5 steps for success because then you only have 20 plays to learn. You don't have to go and call a random play and then say who was X on or what route was X on. You just know because you run these 20 plays
and you don't go rogue.
And you don't just call a play just to call a play because you're at the line of scrimmage. You say, I don't know what to do. Pick a play. You want to know your plays. You always know these inside guys are on drags. So if you know if you get the right coverage, you can lead it out in front and pick up yards. And you'll get the timing down, you'll get the touchdown, and you'll just be more confident and you'll win more games. So let's take a look at the next mailbag question because we got a lot to get to tonight. A lot of good stuff. I'm going to check Twitter for those questions, #TWIM. We got 20% off the D. We got the Prima guides. It's getting crazy in here. Let's take a look at that mailbag question now. From Militant, always a good guy from the forums. How effective is running the 4-3 cover 2 in this year's game, and how should I set my Ravens roster to run it? What are solid audibles for running the 4-3? So let's talk Ravens. Millie came to me and said, you know, they usually are a 4-3 team, but I want to run you guys 4-6. I picked it up. I like what's going on with it. How can I do it? And I said, the Ravens are stacked for the 46 defensive scheme.
Ravens defense is so nice.
It is very nice. Nada and Terrence Cody in the middle. You don't want to play a 3-4 because you want both those guys clogging the middle of the field. Yes, you can have them at ends in a 3-4 scheme, but then you're going to have Terrell Suggs rushing off the edge when you can get him on the line. I mean, they have linebackers for days, speed.
What you gotta love what you love about Cody and Nata is that Nata has 98 block shed, 99 strength. Cody has 97 strength and 97 block shed, which they just eat the middle of the field up and they just numb it and just don't let anyone come through their territory. And then on top of it, you want to put Terrell Suggs and Sergio Kindle on the end. So then Sergio Kindle is one of those gems. He's a player that he's got good speed. He's got a 92 hit stick, which you love having those guys on the field.
That's more of like that's how a 3-4 scheme works. Is those guys would be at the ends, but in our 46 defense, it works very similar on how we rush them. So we have those guys set up at end actually, and you get the same 3-4 rush angles. Right. But they're just on the line of scrimmage. They hold up against the run perfect. You have those two guys in the middle that can hold down the field. Ed Reed all over the field making plays. It's a solid Jimmy Smith, the rookie. He's making plays.
What I usually do is I'll put Jimmy Smith at strong safety, Ed Reed's at free safety. I like Jimmy Smith there because again, strong safety in our scheme covers the tight end. So we need a guy that's got a little bit of height. He's got 6'2", 90 speed, good coverage. Then we actually dropped Zipkowski, put him into the 4th spot on our cornerback depth chart because we have a guy, he can tackle. He's got some good coverage skills, so he's that extra hybrid linebacker playing in the 4th spot. So that's what we do there. Then we have Ladarius Webb.
And Ladarius Webb's a guy that I've been watching on Sundays. He's in on almost every play, every tackle, just causing havoc. And he's a guy that you're going to see. He's got good speed. He's got the dreads. He's flying around the field on Sundays. And he's a guy you know is going to continually be on the rise for that Ravens team. Right. So we are actually going to jump into the game with the Ravens, and we're going to take a look at the 4-3 scheme. If you're new to MB, if you're new to Prima, head on over to the forums and check out WF Colonel 56. He's done a lot of good work with the 43 defense. He has a play called The Wall. It's an effective defensive scheme. He's a guy you got to give a lot of credit to. He's been hanging around the forums on that front. You know, we couldn't do it without a lot of you guys out there coming up with some great schemes. Shout out to Matt the Man 93. Happy birthday,
Matt.
And JR Hugo is another guy who needs a shout out. Guys that just have been consistently playing this football game, and you know they love this game. So we're actually going to go with Atlanta. They have the 4-3, and we're going to look at some stuff for that for Militant, who's a great guy. So we're going to hop in the game here, get into some more action.
That was play now. We don't want play now.
That was what practice.
Another thing too, I know Zan is a big fan this year. He's always got creative defenses. So he's a guy that you can really rely on for a guy that he knows what he's doing in the game. He's a guy much like Colonel that likes to use the 4-3. So that's a guy, both those guys love the 4-3 defense. So make sure you check them out.
All right, do we have JR Hugo on the line right now? No. All right, no we do not. But we are taking questions. We're actually going to have callers on the lightning round later. So not right yet, but in just a few minutes, we're going to be taking the lightning round. And that is Madden 12's only game. So get your ratings ready. Guys that had big weeks last week, they could be part of the lightning round. And you want to be ready because you have a chance to win some awesome stuff from Prima right now. So you want to take a look at the mid-zone blitz. We're going to look at some fire zones. Things that just make the 4-3 a little bit different. Obviously, the strength of the 43 is the defensive ends. And, all right.
So here we're going to pull into the 4-3. So Farls runs a play. Well, the offense will run a play because it's against the computer real quick.
So this is why you lab with 2 controllers. You get
sack Aaron Rodgers.
Lunch.
Sack sandwich.
All right, so 43 scheme here for Militant. This week in Madden, show number 53. Having a great time. King Jason in the house getting ready to take down SGibs in just a few minutes. The
play I'm looking for is, let's see, trying to find it. I'm not sure if it's in this playbook or not, but it's the 43 mid zone. And what it is it's a 5-man rush. It creates pretty good pressure. It looks like it's coming up the middle of the field, or smoke mid zone, so here we have it. Last year, this play produced A-gap pressure, but this year, you're going to see it comes off the edge. It's a very quick setup. Farls snap and go. We're going to get that pressure. Oh, not that time. Let me see what I did wrong there. Hold on, let me go to instant replay. National Live Internet. Pressure should come off the left edge. One last time here. Let's see.
So what we do in practice mode is we just kind of set things up, lab, find out, try things out one way. If it doesn't work, try it out another way, but very similar. It's almost like a science experiment where we literally use the scientific method. Got to have a hypothesis.
Yeah, go again. See if we can get that pressure to come in again. There we go. That's what we're looking for. So it's one of the quickest setups you can have in the game, and it's immediate pressure. So what you do is this: you pinch the defense.
So let's see here, because he screamed off the edge here, and you would figure that it would be the guy who's actually lined up, but he drops back. And free rush off the left.
Right, and you're sending 5 guys. You're freeing up that right tackle on the far end. He just doesn't recover because the pressure's so quick. Here it is again. You pinch the defensive line, and I think you can just do show blitz, and I think they'll get into position. They do. Actually, we like to move that guy right there. And then you have a lot of different flexibility here. You can drop Zipkowski, maybe put him in a purple zone, use red read, just get ready to make plays. And here it is again. Pressure should come off the left edge. Not that time. Do you slide protect at all?
Nope.
No, let's try that again. So here it is again. Move Johnson over. What we're looking for is that pressure off the left edge. Just a quick setup, go again. Nope, not again.
Ooh.
But I'll make a user play. I'm not sure. The way it happened that second time is what you'll normally see. I might be doing something wrong here on National Live Internet, but I think I'm not re-blitzing somebody. But this play, again, the idea is the quick setup. You pinch your line. Like so, you move your guys over. Let's see if we can get it again. All right, go ahead, Farl, snap, come off the edge. Not that time again. Difficult to watch on that one, but the pressure is supposed to come off the left edge there.
Audible out to a 4-3 because I like to see here just how this defense looks in these type of situations. Can you get to, so, and now you can swap out the coverage. So I was actually earlier, I was like, I'd beat this just by going to the flat over to Nelson, but now all of a sudden if you get a flat zone out there, that's going to bother you a little bit. So switching out that blitz, which is weak in the flat, to a quick cover 3 is just by pushing XX, right stick to the right, automatically goes to cover 3. Now all of a sudden you got flat zone, throwing off the timing. If they think a little heat's coming off the edge, they're going to start to get a little bit nervous. It just affects the way that, you know.
That's what I was doing wrong. Okay.
We figured it out here live on This Week in Madden.
I want to shift my line left. That's what I want to do. I want to shift my line left. And move him here and move him over the A gap. All right, now I should get that pressure off the left edge. There you go. So that's what I was doing wrong. National Live Internet, we figured it out for you.
Scientific method, though. Scientific method.
You shift your defensive line left, and then you replace your blitzing linebackers in their respective gaps, and then the pressure will come off the left edge. Slide protection, yes. If you slide left, they will pick it up, but that's the name of the game, guys. It's no perfect blitz. Just change things up and just get your defense.
King Jason has a lot of fire like that.
Does he? Yeah,
coming out later for SGibs, right for SGibs' face. Okay, let's check out the next mailbag question. We're about to check into Twitter. We got up running. How would you run an offense-defense with the Jets? Meaning, what are some of their Madden strengths and weaknesses we would be mindful of? So the Jets, obviously, are a team. They have a Santonio Holmes on the outside. Unfortunately, they lost Dwayne Edwards in the offseason, but replaced him with Plexico Burst, who has similar size and speed and catch and jump.
Probably better.
It does a lot of things that he can do in last season. Obviously, 2 running backs. I believe we would start LaDainian Tomlinson, 91 speed, instead of Sean Green, who's a little bit better trucking, but not quite as fast as Tomlinson. Also have to unfortunately, they did lose Brad Smith, who was pretty fast in this game last season. The defense, though, SGibs, talk to me about the Jets D. I tweeted this the other day. The Jets defense only has 6 defenders, or only 6 players on the entire squad with 90-plus speed, while the Raiders have 17. Calvin Pace, only 79 speed.
Right.
How do you feel about that?
The thing with the Jets is that they are phenomenal at their 1-2 spot, Cromartie and Revis.
Yes.
It doesn't get much better than that. I mean, I honestly might prefer Cromartie and Revis over. I mean, would you say you'd prefer that over Dominique Rodgers, Cromartie, and Nnamdi? I mean, maybe.
No.
No? Because Nnamdi's got the height.
DRC was the man. Do we have J.R. Hugo online right now? Yeah. All right, J.R. Hugo, welcome to This Week in Madden. How are you?
Hey, doing good, guys. How you doing, man?
Excellent, excellent. How's everything going in your Madden community right now?
Hey, bro, just trying to stay afloat. I just wanted to tell you thank you so much, man. I was able to get the winner's kit, and I feel as though my game picking up beautiful, and I just want to tell you guys thank you. This is my ritual now to look at you two guys on Wednesday night. Congratulations, Gibbs, on getting married, bro. I'm about to try to make the plunge in a couple months there, so congratulations, man.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
You want to see any?
Let me ask you, what's the quickest way? I'm looking at you guys talk about it now. It's hard for me to jump in playing someone to try to make all my audibles and changes. I think the 43 that you guys just did was a good one because you're just pinching down and moving over the strong A gap. Is there any others that you have that might be able to help out too?
Let's talk about the dime defense real quick. Yeah, we'll show you. We'll give you some quick pressure. Always important here.
This is a standard. Yeah. This is a standard blitz right here. It's been a solid blitz for Madden for years, right? It's actually not the strike too deep.
So thanks for calling in. We're going to grab him off the line. We'll let him go actually watch this tip live. Thank you very much for the kind words, and we'll show you this right now. Thanks again. All right, so let's take a look at this. Let me grab a nice shotgun
spread
play here.
You like to do spread because that way you can see the play.
You like to see your results. It's a scientific method.
So you don't want anyone blocking because you want to see what you can.
Because you need to work with the line of scrimmage before you start working.
Before you work blocking
wide
schemes.
receivers and work with halfbacks.
So this is a standard blitz that's been great for Madden for years to come. Let me just show you what it looks like without making adjustments. This is what it looks like. What we do, all we do is crash our defensive line out, move up the blitzing cornerbacks to here, and you're good to go. I mean,
so simply edge rush.
You kind of want to move the safeties up, but that's okay.
If you have time to move the safeties, go for it.
So you're blitzing 6 guys, and your job is just to roam in the middle of the field here, just make a play. You're playing a cover 2 deep safeties, good pressure. We'll show that again in some replay.
That's dime strike 2 deep?
Yes, and again, there is a ton of holes in this defense. I understand that, but for a quick, easy blitz setup, this is the one you work.
If you never blitz, if you have trouble setting things up and just blitzing's not your game, and all of a sudden you throw this in on 3rd and long, they're not going to be ready for it.
Oh, let me show you what else I love about this play. Oh, the counterpart is the quick quick audible down. So you can run a man defense.
Guys, so to access the quick audible on the screen, you just simply push XX, right stick down, and that's going to give you the man version of the blitz. So it's the same as the zone version, blitz-wise, but obviously instead of having the zones all over the field, you have man-to-man coverage.
And there's really no tell. I mean, you can't really tell from this look and that last look whether it's man or zone.
Those guys still look covered too, and the safeties are still backed up.
And the important part, this is a big, big staple of how we play defense. You need to have a coverage defense, you need to have a zone blitz, you need to have a man blitz. So that's two of the important parts that we need in our defense. So we're going to run it here, we'll see what the man looks. Now they might expect, okay, well, they're going to run a 4 vertical scheme here because they're going to beat our zone.
Exactly, because I wouldn't throw to the flat with Nelson.
No.
I would against man, but I wouldn't against zone because you have the flat zone. So I'll say I'm going to streak Nelson. I'm going to smash this guy up the seam.
Up the seam. But this time it's man-to-man, guys are covered, and problems.
Threw it anyways?
Threw it anyways, he tried me.
I got sacked twice.
Ed Reed,
did you see me get sacked?
No.
Let's take a quick look at that. You sacked me.
I didn't see it. I zacked you. I zacked him.
He came in. I just kind of hucked
off the edge, double rush, off the edge. That was weird.
Yeah.
Good. That's what a winning Super Bowl quarterback will do.
That's what he can do.
So then the other missing link to this play is our coverage defense. So we're going to go right back into that dime formation. Dime is one of the easiest formations to start to use this formula that we have. Zone blitz, man blitz, coverage defense.
A good thing out of dime is basically you have some speed from the guys that are blitzing. So obviously those two guys that were coming off the edge, they should be your third and fourth cornerbacks, and they have a lot of speed to bring on that blitz. So if they do get free, they're going to be running faster than a slower defensive end or tackle might be when they get free.
So Farles comes out in as whatever formation he's coming out in, just everyone's on a route. So here's how you can make it all-out coverage. So you move your guys, same situations. I would crash my line out again. I want to edge rush. I would probably drop both my D tackles and spies. Now this time, Farles looks at my defense. It looks like man. It looks like zone. It looks like pressure's coming. But now he snaps, and what do you know? We drop 9 guys into coverage, and then we force a bad throw. I'm going to make a great user pick, NBD. But that's what you want to do. I mean, for you guys that are beginners out there, start with this type of formula. It's the easiest thing to do. Very easy setups. Start with the dime, and then you progress that to all your other formations that you're going to run in the game. And that's the best way to get your defense better overnight.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's how you improve. And so, like J.R. Hugo said, he's having a little bit of trouble just getting those setups down. You can come with this. You got man, zone, coverage, and all of a sudden you're in business. And then as you slowly start to play a little bit more, because if you start losing right away, you don't really want to play as much as if you were winning. So if you could start winning a couple of games with these against lower level players, you get your mojo back. You figure out that strategy pad. You figure out those quick links. You start to figure out, okay, I can get that. I can get a little bit more set up here. I can get a little bit more set up here. By the time you're playing those good guys where you got to mix in everything, you're going to be down, you're going to be having the 4-6 set up. Now you got more blitzes. If one thing's not working, you can go to something else. And that's something that we really recommend going with. So thanks very much for the call.
For the advanced guys out there, you have 7 seconds for every play to set your defense up.
By the time they choose their play and they can snap it, even if they just tap A.
7.
You know how much you can do in 7 seconds?
I don't know what I could do. That's a lot.
That's pretty much shifted everybody.
That's how he actually plays his defense, by the way. That's why I beat you on National 11 and
You want rapid-fire TWIM questions?
Yeah, sure.
XBL Webby on Twitter. TWIM, is it possible to run a 46 defense with the Patriots successfully?
Absolutely. I love the 46 normal package with Spikes and Guyton. If you use a speed package, you're going to get Kyle Arrington, Lee Bodden on the field, which lights out. Next question.
Are you mad that you lost Darius Butler and Brandon Merriweather? Okay, that actually.
We're 2-0. How the Giants doing? 2-0.
1-1. Josh Oster, TWIM. Also, how do you guys defend fade routes? Seems like jump balls aren't possible to stop on D with a tall wide receiver.
Fade routes. We actually are going to be having a guide that's coming out, the mini guide, defensive domination in the red zone. You want to check that out. We actually showcase to you how to stop those fades in the end zone. So just to be fair to everyone out there, not today.
All right. Josh Oster, again, I played someone online who only used goal line offense right down my throat, even with inverted coverage. Any ideas? You got to get the beef on the field.
Yeah, that's when that normal formation comes into play. Yep. 46 normal.
Stacking some defensive tackles at the ends, bringing guys down. Don't pinch your line. Just leave it stationed, regular. Make sure, actually, if you think they might QB sneak, pinch it. I had a guy who had an audible that was QB sneak. So what I did was, this actually worked to my advantage. 4th and inches, he hurry ups offense, goes to goal line. I pinch my line down. He thinks Rodgers is going to just screen through the line, but it forces the auto dive. If you pinch a 4-down line against a goal line sneak, the quarterback will dive.
Every time. Every time.
He dives. He doesn't get the yardage. He thought he was going to run, but it caused a dive. I get ball, 14-0. lights
A
out.
quick but. Make sure it's a 4-down line. If you do it with 3-4 or 1-5-5 or do it with a 2-4-5, it won't work. Do it with a 4-down line, so 4-3.
Pinch it.
Or goal line,
dive.
4-3-5-2, all those.
Dive. Yep. Absolutely. Very important. All right, back to the regular mailbag questions. Thanks for some of our Twitter questionnaires with the hashtag TWIM. Whew.
Yeah, check this out. Look at I'm running the inverted cover 2 with dime.
All right, so speaking of inverted cover 2 with dime, help with run defense from Eagle Pride. Wesley, also BG Dave on Twitter asked, we did a nice run D segment breakdown, talked about the ZFarls swoop on run defense, but we're going to talk a little bit more about it right now. It seems like, because if you're not stopping the run, it's just...
It's the worst feeling ever.
You get so angry because, you know, if they're beating you with a pass or...
AK if you play Farls.
But if somebody's just pounding it down your face and you can't stop it like King Jason's about to do to SGibs,
right?
It just gets so frustrating. It just gets so frustrating.
All right, so Zan, actually, another good point by Zan in the chat. He says, there is no run defense. Well, that's weird. How is there no run defense? Because there's what's called gap integrity. You have to have all your defenders respect certain gaps in the field. They have one spot to play in the field, and if they can do that and play that one spot, so it works as a unit.
This is a very popular run formation right here. It's called the strong close. And what you're going to see is I have the ability to toss it to the right with just one audible. I have the ability to go up the middle with just one audible, and I have the ability to go to the left with just one audible. So all of a sudden, if you stack the right, because you think I'm going right, I go left. We've talked about this a million times. It's the three-headed rushing attack in all the guys.
Power run formation. But again, what we do, here it is again. Here we like the 46 cover 3, and the reason I like the 46 cover 3 is because it gives me that versatility to use a speed package and normal. So if someone's really running the ball down my throat, I go to that normal package and then get more beef on the field. So what I do here, I pinch the defensive line, I crash the line out, spy my D tackles. That's for pass coverage purposes. And then what I do is I create that gap integrity again. I create lanes for my defenders that they are responsible for. So
and a player like an Ed Reed or a Terrell Suggs, who has great recognition of Troy Polamalu, if they sense a toss or a run, they're supposed to be in a flat zone, but they instantly know it's a run and they shoot through the gap. So that's why we prefer this type of run defense.
So here it is again. It's a cover 3. You use it as the deep safety up in the box. And here's where you want to count. Farls, can you count how many guys I have in the line of scrimmage there?
I would count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I have 9 guys. You have 5 offensive linemen, a tight end, and a fullback. That equals 7, and 2 wide receivers. Wide receivers typically aren't a part of that run game.
I don't really want Greg Jennings, Brock, and Terrell Suggs with 99 finesse move.
Right, you don't. So the idea is we have 9 defenders in the box. The offense has 7. That means we have a 2-man advantage. That means that we have the advantage in the run game. We should have 2 free defenders to take down the ball carrier. So here comes the halfback dive.
Try and get 8 here.
But there again, now, okay, very important, that the defender on the edge, Zipkowski, let's show you. Did he or did he not keep his gap integrity? Let's take a look at what happened here. So at the snap of the ball, as you can see, Zipkowski, he does. See how he's preventing that outside cut. Suggs as well. Suggs stays in his spot. He gets chipped up there, but again, watch this.
Because I could have went out to the right there.
But you can't. There's a guy there.
But there's a guy there.
That's why you got to have him there. So that forces Farls to go up the middle of the field. So he breaks that one tackle, looks like, but then Zipkowski, because he's free, comes in, takes down the ball carrier. And again, it's got to be a quick setup. You pinch the line. We spy the D tackles in case it's a pass. We get our safeties into position on the flat zones.
So say Gibbs thinks I'm going the same run I did last time, but instead I do audible to the weak side.
I'm still ready.
I mean, he still has good.
And that was the ZFarls swoop.
That's the swoop.
And that was the ZFarls swoop at its finest. As you can see, again, I'm still balanced. I'm not giving up I'm not giving a weakness for where they can run the ball. But look at that swoop.
That's the swoop. He was on that free safety. That is the swoop.
That's the ZFarls swoop.
That's the next thing about run defense.
That's a 1999.
You don't like to talk about that at parties. That's what you don't want to talk about at parties. The swoop.
You know, the ZFarls swoop. But look at Suggs. Again, look at Suggs. Look at that integrity. He's respecting his lane, keeping it out there. And you only do that by manually moving the guys out there, getting them into position.
Correct. Okay, last thing. The thing with our run D is, as Zan said, there is no such thing as run D. Now, so I go to a quick pass all of a sudden. What a lot of people think is good run defense means that, can you blitz those 2 flat zones? A lot of people think that's good run defense. They think
it can be, but the problem is
in the right situation you can get burnt.
Right.
So blitz those 2 guys.
Okay. Let's see.
Suggs. So this is the same run D, but except with those two guys blitzing, not playing flat zones. But here's where it will hurt you.
You'll get roasted. The blitz won't get there quick enough, and then you're fried. But why we like it is because the zones are there.
But you're not blitzing for pass. But show with the zones. Now leave it with the zones and spread those guys out where their gaps are. Now if I throw to the flat, so all of a sudden you're only rushing two guys if I drop back to pass.
Right.
So I think I can. Oh, he's playing the run. I can get a quick pass off. But you can't really because there's guys kind of just like hanging out
everywhere. Zipkowski makes a great play.
Instead of blitzing him, where if you get beat, you're in trouble. All of a sudden he's still in a zone, and you're still all set.
Now let's see how quick I can get this set up. Hold on. Time me. All right.
Okay, I'm gonna go. All right, ready? So say we just came out from the huddle. You get 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Locked up.
Swoop.
So it can be done. I get messages all the time. You can't get that setup done in 7 seconds. It's too much. Practice, 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 practice. You can get it done.
I can literally do it in my sleep. I'm on offense right now, but I know what it is. It's LB down, LB right stick up.
Before you go to bed at night, do 100 setups.
Thing,
bang,
shake,
bang,
swoop,
bang, 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 bang.
Cash.
100 setups before you go to bed every night if you want good run defense. I don't know.
But if you don't want to be good at run D, you just want to get beat slowly to death and get frustrated,
don't do it.
You don't have to.
Don't do it and say you can't get it done. Say you don't have 7 seconds. You can't get it done.
So that run defense, in further breakdown, a 5-minute video is included in the 46 guide from Primo, which is 20% off.
That's the best part of the guide, hands down.
25 off D right now. 20% off D, 20 off D. It's on top of the page, right above us.
Anyone that's purchased it, if you think that's the best part of the guide, type 1. If you don't, type 2 because the other stuff is pretty good too.
The blitzes are 2 for blitzes off the edge, 1 for the run D.
Boosh.
But I mean, if you can't stop the
you can't stop the run.
You get so frustrated.
But most people don't have a 3-headed rushing attack. They don't do that.
That is true.
They have a staple run, off tackle, one thing. That's it.
Gotta love.
Oh, Hasio likes the pressure better. Shout out to Hasio.
Pressure's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Next mailbag question. Yeah, because we got to get King Jason out here to whoop you butt.
Not gonna happen.
Audibles. How can you change them so when you are online, you can just click to it? Let's talk about that. Guys, there's 2 very important things. I don't know are we set up online right now? No. Okay. So there's 2 very important things. 1, setting up your Audibles. We've talked about custom playbooks. There's a video. But if you just want random playbook Audibles, so say we have Atlanta Falcons.
Go.
My Madden. So you go to My Madden. You go to coaching options. You go to offensive audibles. And you can do the same for defense. It's the same thing. So I'm going to continue.
I should do it because this
it's
control.
Not going to hurt him forever, right? Okay.
No, let me do it.
Okay, offensive audibles. Do your Arizona scheme.
All right.
So you can see up at the top of the screen, he's on Packers, but we want to go over to, we want to go over to Arizona Cardinals, and that will cause us to set it for Arizona. So this could take a second.
It's going to take a minute.
You want to have your 5 audibles set up with your 5 sets for success, great confidence, offensive and defensive, so that you can access all your plays. And it's the best way to go.
Remember, the Cardinals is more of a pass-heavy offense, but that's okay.
And then we got to go over to offense. And with your, go to RT.
Yeah.
With your depth chart, I'll show you that in a second. Plug that thing online real quick. I want to just take them in and show them one thing about the depth charts online.
So if you missed this was our offense that we had.
This is a free scheme on the Madden Daily video. It's actually right above our heads right now on the Prima page.
A lot of good stuff there.
It's basically a free 5 sets for success, broken down by SGibs.
If you want it, if you're into that.
He tells you some stories, makes you feel good, like cookies and milk. So this is where you set up your audibles, and then the key is just pressing save. Then when you go into game and select the Cardinals offense at the play now screen, these will be all loaded up. And a lot of guys don't know this, and they think they set them, and then they don't want to reset them. But if you don't have your audibles, you're a lost little puppy.
You're a lost puppy. If you don't have audibles, you're a lost puppy trying to find his way home. So we set our audibles up. Now you can go, you can save it. You hit the back button on 360, select button on PS3, and it'll save your audibles. We're not going to do that here.
Go in the game, you're good. Let's go see if we can grab on Xbox Live. I just want to show them where they would set up. All right, so when you go into play now, though, so he just saved his Cardinals audibles or whatever. Very important. You're gonna want to.
It's just your Xbox.
Yeah, my Xbox.
His Xbox got a hitch in its giddy up. It just kind of like it chokes a little bit.
This
I don't know what it. This is kind of like his game, his Madden game.
Who's one of the
it
oldest
stalls
players,
out.
Yeah,
in the
who's
beginning
one of the
game.
oldest player in the NFL? So say even if you don't pick the Cardinals, you pick the Cowboys. You press X. You go over to Arizona. When you go into game, all your audibles that you just said, as long as you save them, will load up.
I'm not sure if it will, but
yeah, it will.
Not for us right now.
Yeah, not right now.
Because we didn't save it.
You'll be ready to go. Cash Money Records. Madden NFL Online. Let's see if we can hop on real quick. If we can't, no biggie. But basically, there's a depth chart tab when you go to Madden NFL Online. Pop in the depth chart, save everything, push save, load out, and then anytime you go into an online game, you don't have to press pause, reset up your audibles every single time. It's something that I do almost every time there's a new roster update. You do have to reset, but that's what I'll do, and that way I don't have to waste time. Who did I have at right end last time? It's all saved. It's all saved. You go through, look at the rosters, look at the new updates.
It's one of the most important things you can do is set your audibles. It's
incredibly important. It's incredibly important. So here we are logging into the server, and I'll show you right where you save that. So save those audibles, save the depth chart.
They are experiencing high volume of traffic. You cannot get on.
That doesn't matter because King Jason's actually here.
King Jay's in the house.
He didn't back out and just say, "Oh, I'll play him online." No, I'm gonna come to the studio and whoop him.
Not
Carl's
gonna
trained
happen.
me. King Jason, beast, about to take out SGibs. So
he is a beast. He's a beast.
back on the screen here, what you do is you're in this. You go down to rosters and tuning. Make sure you have the most latest roster. Hit depth chart. Eli Manning.
How's he doing this year?
He's good.
He's good.
How many times I've watched that video?
How's week one? So many times, it's like etched in my mind. Asante Samuel makes a play.
Kevin Boss. First down, he got out of bounds. No, the clock's still running.
And he found Hakeem Nicks in the back of the end zone.
Okay, so as you can see here, a team I know I have set up is the Steelers because I did it earlier today.
Really?
Yeah, I used
Steel
them.
Crew? So defense is slow.
I didn't save.
Defense is slow.
Giants. So I have the Giants all set up and saved. And the key is, is I have Darrell Scott in, and I also have Ramses Barden at the 3. So this is all saved. Otherwise, Ramses Barden would be more down in the lineup. But every time I go and play the Giants, all set. Boom. Don't have to worry about it.
Don't have to think about it.
But don't save it at the initial. Save it in the online menu for online. Don't save it in the offline menu where you save your audibles. So that is cool.
Just had a quick question. A guy in the chat, Phil19464, said, "Why doesn't the clock stop when you run out of bounds?" That's a new rule, isn't it? Correct?
It only doesn't stop. It only stops in the fourth quarter.
And 2-minute warnings?
And below the 2-minute warning.
That's a good question from the chat. So
it still winds. You go out of bounds. Yeah. Good question.
Good question.
And it can be frustrating.
It is very frustrating. I went out of bounds.
So if you're down 3 scores and it's like the third quarter with like 40 seconds left, and you run out of bounds and it doesn't stop, you're like, come on, because you need every second. You need every second.
You did one of these. I went out of bounds. Why is the clock not stopping? I went out of bounds. And then you just don't even realize it. And then once you find out that it's a rule in the game, you feel like a jerk.
It's okay though.
We still got you back. We love you.
Okay. Any more mailbag questions?
Is it time?
From R Heron68 on Twitter. Good guy. Hey, what are your guys' favorite deformations and plays for the bunch formation offense? So obviously against a bunch, 2 things.
Couple things.
It's a bunch, so you can play. You don't really want to play zone against it because it's bunched to one side.
You do want to play zone, but you have to play it a specific way.
Yes, you gotta. You want to make sure you have extra defenders over in that bunch area. Otherwise, they're simply going to flood it. That's why they have bunch.
So if you are facing a bunch, you want to make sure if you're in zone, you have a light blue flat zone, a buzz purple zone, and then a deep zone up top, because then you stop a flat, a corner, and a deep streak. So that's how you can flood any type of zone. So make sure you do that if you're facing bunch.
And what I do is there's a guy on the weak side, and if there's a guy on the weak side on a yellow who's lined up over the halfback, I'll bring him a little bit more to the right so that he's kind of playing the middle. So if anything comes over the middle that the purple zone wouldn't grab, or the deep zone, you just deter that throw for a second, then you go back and play the halfback. Or if nothing comes that way, you go back and get the halfback. But that's kind of how you got to watch it. If you play man against it, you got to look out for the Falcon HB angle, a nice sharp cut, which is going to beat some man-to-man defenses. And it's tough for 3 guys to stand over 3 receivers that are bunched together, not crash into each other when the snap starts. It's like if somebody came out here and threw me and Gibbs something, we'd bump into each other. Imagine having 3 guys
all in one space.
Having 3 fast guys.
Natural picks and rubs.
Running this way, running this way, running this way, and you gotta get past him and not bump into him, and your polygons are hitting his polygons. It's not good. It's not a good situation. So you want to probably play zone.
Polygons on top of polygons.
You gotta be aware of what's going on with it. Another mailbag question. We got a
that
good
the last one?
No, we got 2 Moss, I think.
2 Moss?
From Julian Romero 5 on Twitter. Guys, I need help passing out a strong close.
We got you.
It's my favorite. It's probably my favorite formation in the game, so I got no problem hooking a bro up with some good stuff.
Which one you going to take out?
Yeah, I got no.
I'll tee up with the boys. The Cowboys, guys, this is breaking Madden 12 news, Madden NFL 12 news. The Cowboys, I believe, cut Brian McCann.
Yeah, 96 speed.
96 wiggle sticks, 96 Chad, cornerback.
I think the Giants might sign him. You know he has his own
Really?
Brian McCann achievement, as long as you have a 100-yard interception return.
Did he have that last year?
And I actually got Brian McCann by somebody, and he got the Brian McCann award with Brian McCann in the game.
Wow.
Tough break, but I won anyway.
Difficult to watch.
14-point swing. Okay, so passing out a strong close. As we mentioned, one tough thing about passing out a strong close is if you have our run defense, short passes aren't quite as effective. But flooding, you can still flood out of strong close like you can flood out of a bunch as long as you have that fullback on a flat route. There are some really good screen passes you can have out of it, and we're going to take a look at those right now. Love it. Nice sharp Falcon. Should I bring out King Jason?
Bring him out. Bring him out. You're gonna bring him out. National Internet.
No. Stay off camera for a second. But you mentioned this play to me before we got on with the show. You said you were going to use it to destroy SGibs, the tight end option.
Great play. Don't run that zone against me.
Run it through me a little bit.
I'm good.
Run me through. So this is King Jason giving us some tips. I'll mention what he's saying. This is the tight end corner play. I've had it in my playbook for a while. I know I like that route, but I don't,
Anton likes.
So you're looking at the formation.
Yep.
The cornerback slide inside, so I'm thinking it's a zone play.
Yep, little zone. Nope. Yep, we're gonna go a little zone here.
Zone.
All right. So what you want to do is you take the LB and you motion him out.
Absolutely.
About 2 yards past Nick's hike throw. Now you got
Wait a little bit more. Okay.
Yep.
So this
versus man, you hike it early. Versus zone, you let him go to the sideline.
Okay.
Cash.
All right, so we're going to have him fall in the zone. Obviously, we have the nice sharp cut. It's going to beat man-to-man straight up. But against zone, it gets him to a very unique part of the field. And this guy does actually a good job dropping back with him. But we lob it in, get it to Bradshaw. So nice little play there.
If anyone had been watching my live streams that I've been doing all week, I ran this play for a huge touchdown. Buck Nut Forever is the guy that actually showed me this play. He motioned the guy out, and I threw the quick play, got him in the end zone, touchdown, awesome feeling. Great play.
SGibs must be stopped. If you think so, press 1. I'm in. And King Jason's going to do it right on this show. Coming up in just a moment.
Put Y on a streak route.
Okay.
This little secret. Watch this little pass, guys. Bang, upfield. It's weird because he's on a streak route, but he kind of runs out and then cuts upfield. So this is an instant offensive type play. Put him on a streak and then quick pass, throw to him. Everyone's pulling for me to lose.
A lot of people want you to win. I don't understand.
So you go back there again. Watch Jacobs. This is just a streak out of the backfield, but he cuts out wide a little bit.
Strong close.
Strong close, and then he cuts
out.
Nice
angle.
Nice little quick pass. Yeah. It's a nice quick pass. Instant offense. You can do it from any play, any passing play. Doesn't matter what it is.
Another one I like to go with here is this play. You have the flat route, so what I do is I go like this and like this and like this.
And like this and like this?
So I block the halfback. So I have a flat route. So if this guy's, say Y is up on the line of scrimmage in like a bunch formation, this is basically just your most basic flood in the world. If it turns out to be man, you got Nix as the read on the left to beat man. You have the flood on the right. He's still going to get out in the flat, and this should work against the cover 3 defense here.
Yep, there it is. Bang. That's a flooding the zone. That's how you flood the zone. There you go.
Because so you got to have that flat route. We talked about how key those routes are last week and how they hold that zone short. So this guy can't back up and cover him. He's playing a middle zone over the middle, but this guy breaks out. The deep defender's held by this bro, and we have a wide open sideline. Same thing. This is a little thing I have in my custom playbook, a screen pass. So Gibbs, say you get that sloppy guy who's playing what I call sloppy run defense, blitzing.
Just going like this, putting guys like this.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not going to let him beat me again.
You're not running that counter on me,
Yeah, he gets so mad, and all of a sudden you drop back with Eli, pop it.
Pop, lock, and drop it. And then get it out, but Barry Church got to make a big play.
And it just gets frustrating. But so what I do is I don't actually leave him on the, I don't leave him on that because he turns around there. I put him on to the sideline, see how his route completes. And I just think it gives you a little bit of an extra boost.
The boostage. There you go, a little drag route, and then Ahmad Bradshaw gets out.
But yeah, it's just something they got to think about. So now every time you're strong close, they're like, really?
It's almost time.
Okay.
It's almost time.
We have one more mailbag, then we're going to take a lightning round. Then King Jason is going to beat SGibs live on his own show, and it's going to be awesome.
Not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Gibbs, I'm about to make a bold proclamation, so it better happen.
Not going to
happen. You need to go down. You need to get you're like the Pats when they were 18-0. You need to get brought back down.
And I can't use my custom playbook?
You need to get Brock back down.
I can't use my custom playbook?
I didn't say that.
All right.
I didn't delete it either, but it might have got deleted. I'm just saying. Any more mailbaggers? Okay, we are good. Let's take the first caller right now.
Should you really delete my playbook?
For the lightning round, 508-318-4243. First caller. There's 2 lightning rounds tonight. I'm going to offer up a winning playbook from Prima Madden for the first caller. And
should you really delete my playbook?
A second winning playbook as well.
You delete my playbook?
I didn't delete it per se. Your dog might eat it.
I don't have a dog. Call in, 508-318-TWIM. TWIM. I actually played a game today, made a new custom playbook, and I didn't have 46 cover 3. I didn't insert it in.
So they didn't run now?
Huh?
What'd you do to run?
I lost the game because I couldn't effectively stop the run.
All right, do we have a caller on the line right now?
Uh-huh.
Hey, how's it going? Who do we got tonight?
Chivo.
All right, welcome to This Week in Madden. How you doing?
All right.
Are you ready to take on the lightning round?
Yes, I am.
All right, let's go. Let's see what we got for slides right here. We got jam-packed phones. We got the lightning round number 1. Tony Romo, broken rib, came back in, won the game. What is his overall rating?
Tony Romo?
Yep.
I think it's 88.
Yes.
On the
yes,
nose.
it is, baby. All right, next question. We have Jamal Charles. Blew out his leg this week, unfortunately. What is his speed rating?
Is it a 94? 94, I believe?
98. 98.
He's on my fantasy team.
But you're still in it. You're still in it. He had elite speed in this game. He's probably a top 3 back in this game behind Chris Johnson and right up there with Peterson. So a bummer to see Charles go down. Our third guy on the list, as you can tell, an injury theme here, Miles Austin.
Wait, he got hurt?
Yeah. What is his speed rating?
He's on my team too.
94?
Yes! That's
Wait.
2 on the nose. And I will give you, I'll send you a t-shirt if you tell me what college he went to.
I'm actually not sure. I'm not willing to lie about that.
That's no problem. He went to Monmouth. Monmouth.
Huh.
So that was just a curveball.
Oh,
I saw that. I didn't believe it either. Next guy on the list, we have Ben Tate, the rookie from the Texans, our second-year man from the Texans. He was out last year, though, making a name for himself with Foster out. What's his speed rating?
89?
Yes!
Wow.
This guy has to be cheating, right?
I don't know.
Okay, next guy on the list. He's going to legit win if he gets this one.
I don't think we've ever had a legit winner.
This is a tough one, though. Devery Henderson stepping in for Marquise Colston. What's his speed?
That's not tough. The easiest one in the game.
93? 92?
98.
98.
Devery!
Oh, man.
Okay, you got 3 on the nose, though. You have to win for that. Charles is a stud, and Devery, obviously a stud.
Devery.
Thank you very much for calling in, and just send us an email. We'll get you that guide.
Okay.
I just think everyone's a winner. They call in, they just win, right?
Pretty much. You get to talk to us.
Yeah.
How can you be a loser? Okay.
Because someone else calling. Boo, boo.
Hello, caller. Welcome to This Week in Madden. Who do we got?
Derek.
All right, talk through your phone. Don't watch the computer.
I can't hear you, sorry.
All right, just talk through your phone, not the computer. You got it?
Okay, sorry.
Okay, are you ready to take on the lightning round?
All right, I'm talking.
Okay, you ready to take on the lightning round?
Yes, I am.
All right, let's take a look at the list here. We have second lightning round. It's week 2 studs. Denarius Moore from the Raiders. Huge catch. What's his speed rating?
97.
No.
93?
Yeah,
93
he should
for
be getting a
Denarius.
boost,
But
though.
he'll get a nice boost there.
I can't
Next
wait.
guy on the list we have is Eric Decker for the Broncos, a big game. What's his speed rating?
Eric Decker's speed rating is 88.
87. Yep, looking good there. Next, he's a guy who's going to catch a lot of balls for you. Same with this guy on the Bills, another stud, game-winning catch. What's his speed rating? David Nelson.
Ooh,
It's a tough one.
I think it's 84.
It's not hot.
Yes!
Wow.
I got excited there.
CMR.
Yeah, he's their fourth receiver. He's solid. Huge catch. Great catch, as you've seen on the blog there. DeMarcus Ware, he has 4 sacks. He's the leader right now. What's his power move rating?
98.
99. I went with Terrell Suggs last week. Finesse move. This week, DeMarcus Ware, 99 power. Last guy on the list. Lock this in, and you are going to take home a nice little guide from preeminent.com. Matt Ryan, what is his throw accuracy? 4 touchdowns.
Gotta be pretty
3, 2,
88.
89. But I liked your David Nelson because I was trying to fool people with those lower-rated guys who were very good.
That Nelson one's tough.
You are a winner on This Week in Madden. Thanks for calling in the lightning round.
Chicken dinner.
And just send us an email, and we'll set you up with that premium guy. You know which one you're going to get yet?
I want to do the 46 defense.
That's a bold move.
46, or I really like balanced. Balanced is pretty good. I'm just saying. Just saying.
The man had his mind made up. He wants to be better on the defensive side of the ball. He's going to come in, and you're trying to talk him out of it. Gibbs is all offense. I'm all defense. Defense wins championships. It's a fact, not.
Yeah, my offense sucks, but I'll take the defense.
All right, man.
All right, we'll set him up. Thank you very much for calling in. All right, so coming up, we have the game of the week, and it's about to go down right now. I'm bringing out my boy, King Jason. I have him trained, and I'm going to say right here on This Week in Madden, right to this one-shot camera, I'm going to say, if SGibs win this week, I'm done. I can't take it. I cannot take SGibs, and it's ridiculous. Whatever that is, I can't stand it. I'm done. I will not be here next week. If he wins this game.
He's in his Hilimopeña.
He's winning live streams. Call me up. He comes back from his honeymoon. I expect him to be rusty. He wins the game of the week. So I trained King Jason. I brought him down to This Week in Madden. He's going to take out SGibs this week. Otherwise, I am done.
I hear the game of the week music. I hear the game of the week music. That means one thing. That must mean one thing. Must mean one thing only. Oh! Oh, he's in the house! Oh, King Jason! Oh, he brought him into the house! Oh,
It is over, baby.
Uh-oh.
It is over. We are about
King
to
Jason,
go down.
Give him a look.
Stay tuned.
There he is.
You brought the ref shirt, Gibbs. Hey, Gibbs, bad news. It's coming on. You know what, Gibbs?
Woo!
This is a handicap match. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you went there? Let's do it.